If you are a trader in the oil market, you're probably wondering what is happening to the oil market. The oil market was skyrocketing. It went over 120 in one span of time a few months ago, and now it's just plummeting. So let's analyze the market from a technical perspective, but focus more on the price action and look at the candles and see what's in store into the oil futures or the oil market in general in the coming weeks, months, and probably in a few days as well. So with that, I'm going to look at the weekly time frame. This is what I have in front of me. And if you look at the weekly time frame, you'd notice that the oil futures were around the 122 mark for a span of time. This was around Mayish that we've seen the oil futures around such a high value. And what happened here is that you can see it trying to make a double top. So the market, it's not very clear in this particular chart because it's happened at intraday level, on a daily time frame level, but it did try to climb up over there. But on a weekly time frame, and the weekly time frame is important because a lot of the investors trade using the weekly time frame. So this is what happened. The market tried making a double top and started heading down below. And this is something similar to what you would see into the gold charts too. Now, not a lot of times the gold and oil and the stock market will all trade in the same direction. But this is something peculiar that we've seen recently where gold, oil, and the stocks are all kind of trending in the same direction. So what we do is follow the trend, not predict the trend. Just see where the market's heading and try to ride the waves and try to make money as the waves flow and ride along with it. So again, weekly time frame, the market's heading lower, touched the 50 period moving average line, went below it, and now it's heading higher over there as well. It touched back again the 20 period moving average line, and now it's heading lower. So something to keep in mind is that this is the 50 period moving average line, and it's kind of like hovering on towards it. So that means that the market may or may not respect that line there. I'm just going to dive a little lower into the daily time frame to give us a little better perspective of what is happening here. So as you can see, it's a long-term downtrend. You could have probably been shorting it all the way from June to really make some good money. It has been respecting the 50 period moving average line. So, and now oil is not as smooth as some of the other stocks you've probably been trading. It kind of bounces around a little more. There's a more turbulence on the daily time frame. So your stop losses should be wide enough to keep that in mind. So yeah, it keeps bouncing around, moves lower, touches the 20 period. This is the blue line is the 200 period moving average line. Went up to the 50 period moving average line and then moved lower. So it's gone into an overextend territory. This is around the 27th of September, and now it's heading higher. So that's what it did the last few days. And today it was, as I said, it actually tried moving lower. Now it did not move the same extent as some of the other markets. So I'm just going to show you the 1 hour time frame, and this is where it'll give you a little better perspective. Now, a lot of the markets fell down. So this was the CPI reading coming out. So the CPI reading came out around the 8 o'clock mark, and oil tanked as well as gold and the stocks and everything was, even Forex as well, tanked down. But it didn't tank down as much as the other commodities and everything's fell. And it has a lot to do with the CPI readings that came out for the oil in particular, which is better than expected, or it wasn't as bad as the other sectors in terms of the readings that came out. So what happened was that the market did not react that bad, but what followed through was that the market then bounced back, moved up towards the mean, which is around this level that you see here, and that's where it's hovering around now. Now I'm going to go back again to the daily time frame. And as you can see, this is where the 200 and the 50 period moving average line comes into the picture. So it bounced out of the extended low territory and moved towards this mean value. So if I was, a trader and I'm like looking to invest in oil right now, you could get into it around, like, either around the area of value, which is around like the 200 or the 50 period moving average line. But something to keep in mind is the 50 period moving average line here. So as you see, it bounced below it, and now it's kind of like using this as its support. So this is the weekly time frame, and the weekly time frame is something that the market respects a lot. So it's not likely that the market will just pierce through it. It may pierce through it to an intraday level. So just keep an eye. I would say oil for now, just wait for more direction. You could have taken it, over here. This was really overextended and like ridden this big wave up, and this happened a few days ago. Now that it's gone here, it's gone down back again. So it's in a very tight, not tight range, but it's still between the 93 and it may just hover around the 87. So that's the bandwidth of it right now. So just be a little cautious on oil. Like, use another commodity if you are really interested in exploring this particular sector. But try another one. Just be cautious. Wait for more trend before you step into it. So that's just my take on oil. Hope it was helpful. Gives you a better perspective of what to expect into the oil market. Again, this is just for educational purposes. Me predicting or guiding you into the direction of where a particular stock or a commodity is heading into, looking at the price action as a key direction indicator, and giving you maybe a second take. So if you're looking into buying or selling, you at least can get some advice or guidance onto what the market is trending, for a second opinion before you put your real money into the market. So I hope this was helpful. And do stay tuned. Do let me know in the comments if you'd like me to provide my insights into another video or another stock, and I could take it on and share my insights into that as well.